Hey, what's up guys? We're back again with the best logbait deck in Clash Royale. I asked the best logbait player in the game, Riley, which logbait deck everyone should be playing, and he said this one. After the Mighty Miter nerf, it's actually better to play logbait without champions. The value you get with Knight is absolutely unreal for just 3 elixir, and because it's got low cost, you can cycle back to your princesses to stack up a ton of them, or goblin barrels to give your opponent a lot of grief. Because your opponent will always have to log the goblin barrel and goblin gang is absolutely overpowered, you're going to get insane value. Slowly but surely, you're going to chip away your opponents with goblin barrels, princesses at the river, and eventually end them with rocket cycle. This is one of the most hated decks in the game right now, and it is by far one of the best decks to upgrade. Let's go jump straight to some games and assert dominance. A whole lot of love to everyone that's using creator code SirTag to support the channel. All right, so we got a game against someone from space. Actually, maybe not from space. Maybe he's a Spock 1. Okay, I completely read it incorrectly. But isn't Spock from Star Trek? So he was in space. Very roundabout way of thinking that. Okay, when I see Bandit and Inferno Dragon, I'm immediately expecting it to either be a Mega Knight deck like it is, or something else. Wait, can I go in for a Goblin Barrel and then activate King Tower afterward? I think I can. Yeah, I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to rocket, and then I'm going to go in for an Ice Spirit. Oh, please activate King Tower. Come on now. Let's go. That was so unbelievably clutch mechanically. I didn't know if I was going to pull it off. I'm like, okay, rocket, going to kill the Zappies and the Inferno Dragon for a massive +2 elixir trade. And then also the huge positive elixir trade using the Ice Spirit to activate the King Tower against a 7 elixir Mega Knight. Wow, he must be mentally shattered after that one. Also, no Mega Knight in cycle, so what I can do is I can go for a Knight and then a Goblin Gang and try to just bolster my way through. If you guys are sick and tired of playing against Mega Knight players, all you have to do is reliably go in for the correct plays of going in for Ice Spirit plus either Goblin Barrel or Ice Spirit plus Princess, which is even easier. And then you activate King Tower off of that and you get huge elixir trades and you are able to punish your opponent when they don't have Mega Knight in cycle. I'm also going to rocket on this because I don't want to have to deal with that mini P.E.K.K.A. and I don't think I'm too worried about anything that he can throw down at me. Ice Spirit stun is simply unfair, so it should be able to stop the Ram Rider within vicinity of our tower. So the King Tower is going to help out. He only gets 1 hit. That's so funny. No Ram Rider charge and only 1 hit. Mega Knight is going to probably come down on our regular Knight. I'm sorry, Knight. This was a good time while it lasted. Oh, wait. No way. Are you going to give me a couple of good night kisses on the tower? Oh, yes. What a good night, giving the good night kisses. Okay, so since the Knight is out of cycle, I feel compelled to do this. And then after the Mega Knight jumps, we're going to go in for a Goblin Gang here. And he's just going to completely all-in me. So I need to focus up and play my best. So I'm going to go in for a Knight on top of the Mega Knight so it can't splash onto the Goblin Gang. And wow, that defense was so freaking easy. This is why logbait feels unfair to a lot of players. If you're able to activate King Tower, it's pretty much impossible for opponents to break through. And of course, because you guys are going to be playing as so many Mega Knight players on ladder, or at least I do, I love being able to rocket cycle them out or go in for Goblin Barrels if they don't have Zap in their deck. So I think with 27 seconds, he's going to go in for one more big push. So I want to cycle my Knight in the back early so I can get back to another one. That's another thing that a lot of people just don't do. Cycling the Knight early for a really good defense. I can also rocket on everything here instead of dropping an Inferno Tower. And then I think as long as the mini P.E.K.K.A. doesn't end up destroying me, we should be okay. So I'm going to log that back. And then I'm going to go for Goblin Barrel at the tower. And then he Ram Riders. That's not going to do enough damage. And he misses the Goblin Barrel too. GG, well played and peace out. That was incredibly easy and a ton of fun. Nothing beats the feeling of beating Mega Knight. All right, we got a game against Immortal Us. What's up, dude? So first things first, we want you to spam into me. And if you don't do that, I'll cycle the princess in the back. He already knows it's logbait, right? When you see the princess in the back, you know exactly what you're facing. So no surprise for him, but maybe he's going to surprise me. I'm going to go for a Knight and then try to body block so the princess doesn't take any damage. There's a chance he goes in for Tornado or something. Oh, is this Elixir Golem? Is this like Lumberjack Balloon Freeze? There's a lot of possibilities here. Anyway, I want to go in for an Ice Spirit so the Baby Dragon's going to lock onto that, do no damage to my Goblin so then we can protect it from the menacing Inferno Dragon. Okay, that's really nice. We've cycled the princess on the map. It's still alive. And after he kills this one, we're already back to another. Another one. That's good stuff. Pretty confident with our position in this game. Electro Wizard, Inferno Dragon, and I think this has got to be a Graveyard deck. If I had to guess right now, I'd put my money on Graveyard. Oh, he missed the Knight. No way, that's insanely good. Oh no, it's Golem. He has Night Witch. Or could it be a Graveyard with Golem? I don't know. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe that I just got that lucky. That was incredible. So we're going to Ice Spirit so we can pull that back, and then I'm going to go Goblin Gang. I think I am going to take some damage from the bat and then also the Baby Dragon, but I expected him to arrow anyway, so I was like, that happened, I would probably be in a good spot because now he doesn't have arrows for my princess. He'll probably Inferno Dragon. But I don't want to give him an Inferno Dragon to kill the knight and the princess at the same time, so he has to pick which one he wants to kill. See, I knew he was going to do that. Now he has to go in for a goblin cage on top of the knight. The knight might take out his entire tower here. Yo, he is in such a bad spot. I'm happy about it. I'm going to go Goblin Gang at the river on the right-hand side because I think I'm up a lot, so I don't even have to respond to the Electro Wizard. I might be able to take out the tower. So you guys might have been like, hey, I should defend the Electro Wizard, make sure our opponent doesn't do any damage, but I saw blood, and I went in like a shark and munched on that tower. That was actually a really easy win. The guy somehow ended up having a Lava Hound in the deck, and it did nothing. Having the Inferno Tower instead of the Cannon or the Tesla makes that matchup so easy. All right, we got to give me its easy money. Give me those easy positive elixir trades. Give me that cash all day long, brother. I guess goblins are kind of green just like money, so maybe he's going to like me. Maybe he's going to be a friend, not a foe. Give me damage. Okay, unfortunately, I'm going to go in for a knight here, and he's not going to click the ability. I waited till the last possible second to try to bait out a golden knight ability and make him spend elixir when he shouldn't, but it is what it is. The Goblin Gang is going to give us some damage to the right-hand side because he didn't get the Magic Archer down. What is the Magic Archer doing? It is literally missing one of the Spear Goblins after also only hitting one of the Spear Goblins originally. That's awesome. So if we get 2 Princess shots off on the Magic Archer and then we log it, it dies. I don't want to spend any extra elixir here. I'm just going to do that. And I can Ice Spirit. Maybe he's going to go in for a Bandit or something. I don't know what this guy's up to. I don't know what his game plan is. I don't know what he's made of. He is made of money, apparently, because he's got the green goblins. The Flying Frog. You love it. Goblins on his tower and the Flying Frog in the air. Also, if you guys didn't know, I always call the Inferno Dragon a Flying Frog. It just feels like it to me. You guys got to let me know if it does to you. Oh my gosh. I'm going to go in for an Ice Spirit here. It's beautiful that my knight got pushed back, because a lot of times your knight will just never target the Hog Rider like that. And then I spoke too soon. I really thought that the knight was going to be able to kill the hog there, but it didn't work out. It is what it is. Well played to our opponent. He somehow finessed his way through with the Hog Rider, that slippery sir. Okay, if I go in for a Goblin Barrel, I'm probably going to be playing against someone that has a Mega Knight deck if I had to guess. The Goblin Gang is not good into Golden Knight at all, so that's why you want to cycle to your knight every time that they go in for that. Dropping that off to the side so he doesn't get too much value. And I'm making sure that I don't cycle my Golden Knight counters too early right now, because I want to make sure that he also has another potential of going in for the dash, which he is against his religion to do. Okay, Goblin Gang is able to kill the Magic Archer. Even if he zaps, I think it dies to a log. I won't have to spend any extra elixir here. No damage zone. No damage zone. Ice Spirit? Can I kill the Inferno Dragon? I don't think so. I think the Inferno Dragon kills my princess if he zaps. Don't do it. Oh, let's go. Beautiful, baby. We've done so much damage left-hand side, and now he has to deal with 2 princesses. Oh, wait. No. I lined that up with my princess. Oh, the princess has got the moves. Or maybe the Magic Archer just doesn't know what it's shooting. I think that's the common theme of the day. The Magic Archer is literally stupid. It just doesn't target the right thing anytime. Okay, he's going to click the ability. I'm so scared. I'm spooked. I'm spooked, my dudes. Okay, there's the ability coming through. I'm going to have to go in for knight. How did that not lock onto my tower? Like, that was inches away from my tower. Sometimes the Golden Knight will lock onto your tower in the most stupid situations that it shouldn't. And then in situations like that where it deserves to lock on, it doesn't happen. You're like, wait, this feels so weird. This is like a completely different card. Sometimes he's in a good mood and he wants to dash. Sometimes he's just feeling lazy and crazy. And that time he was a super lazy sir. Okay, we're going to go in for the Goblin Barrel in the back since we saw most of the guards in the front. He's going to go in for another Golden Knight, which is totally okay. He's definitely going to click the ability whenever he gets a chance. And I think we're going to have to go in for a log and then a knight and then see if we can... Oh, that dashed onto my tower, even though I felt like the knight was a little bit further away. But maybe I'm wrong there. You guys will have to let me know. I'm going to have to go for Princess at the river and then Ice Spirit and then see if he drops something at the river. I was hoping that he would. So then maybe my princess could get some extra elixir to go into my other princess. It didn't really work out. He went for an Electro Wizard. Okay. Wait, this is super good for me because I think he just loses to multiple Goblin Barrels. Maybe I'm insane for thinking so, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. I'm going to go in for a Rocket here, and then I cycle back to one more Rocket, one more Goblin Barrel, and I think I win the game. It's impossible for this guy to deny all damage because we haven't seen him have log. So how is he expecting to stop this? Real question right now. If you Magic Archer, that's not going to do anything. Okay, so yeah, pretty easy win. As you guys can see, I just knew that if he decided to go in for a peck in the back, he wouldn't have enough elixir to get enough damage here. So yeah, with 600 damage on our tower, it took like a couple extra Hog Rider hits, and that wasn't going to happen. Really fun game, absolutely destroying someone with Magic Archer and Golden Knight, even though we've got Logbait Goblin Gang. Whenever they don't have log, the Goblin Barrel just gets way too much value. All right, so after winning a whole bunch of games, now we play against someone 50 or 60 trophies under me. So if I lose this game, I'm about to lose a solid, I don't know, 35 trophies. Don't want that to happen right now. So we're going to try our hardest and see what we can pull out. So he's going to have Goblin Gang and Wallbreaker, so I'm expecting it to be another Mega Knight deck. We beat one of these earlier, so we'll see if it's going to happen again. I'm going to go for an Ice Spirit and a Goblin Barrel because whenever we play against Mega Knight and they don't have Goblin Gang in cycle, then they're not going to have a good answer to the Goblin Barrel. So, oh no. Guys, it's a tragedy. It's not the deck that I thought at all. Usually we want to stack up a lot of princesses against the Mega Knight players, but this is anything but. This is probably the hardest matchup for this deck. Like, legitimately not fun to play against. I'm going to go in for a log plus 2 princess shots to kill the Magic Archer. Wait. Our princess is still alive. Is it going to do a 360 no scope? Yes! And it's going to soak up the damage? Oh, let's go! That was insanely lucky. He's got 7 senses clan, but I think I've got 8 senses out here. And they're all tingling because that princess just put in work. The fact that she turned around and just destroyed those goblins was incredible, especially in conjunction with the Ice Spirit. So in this matchup, what you want to typically do is use the Ice Spirit and log on top of the wall breakers. And if you can do that, then you're going to be in an okay spot. I'm going to go for a Goblin Barrel off to the side so the bomb tower can't hit everything. This is really predictable. He'll probably Valkyrie it. Oh, he missed the log! Oh, no way! Dude, you definitely don't have 7 senses, or maybe you're so tilted that you can't use the ones that you needed to. Inferno Tower is going to be clutch. It kills the Valkyrie, and it also stops both of the wall breakers, I believe. Going to Magic Archer, but he's not able to Magic Archer on the side that he wants. Magic Archer always 2-taps princesses, but if it's not hitting the tower where you have all your damage, does it matter? We get a great trade with the Magic Archer getting destroyed with the Goblin Gang afterward. And then we're going to Ice Spear because it's hard for him to deal with that card. Okay. This is really, really nice. He might not have a good answer to this besides log. I'm just going to drop it again off to the side. When the Goblin Gang dissipates and he doesn't have log in cycle, I'm going to immediately Princess at the river. Probably not ready for this. Oh, he Valkyried. Very smart decision. He's going to Magic Archer this any second, so I'm going to Inferno Tower preemptively. You actually bomb towered that. I am impressed. I am straight up bamboozled and impressed and sad. I'm going to go Goblin Gang because I'm expecting you to Magic Archer again. I think I can rocket you twice and win the game. With 38 seconds remaining, that's going to be our game plan. It's really interesting to see people play like this. And yeah, I did not expect this. So I'm just going to rocket twice since it does 591 damage. You guys got to know the rocket range. And we should be fine. So I'm going to Knight here since the Princess is able to 2-tap the Magic Archer in that range. Should be able to log as well. Okay. That's all dead. We can actually Inferno Tower to snipe the Magic Archer if we needed to, but I don't actually care. I'm just going to play safe with the Inferno Tower here. There's no way you can Tornado the Inferno Tower. Imagine if there's a new champion spell card that can Tornado units like golems and stuff like halfway across the map, or Tornado buildings. That would be so broken. Anyway, we walk away with a win in a matchup that would be really difficult most of the time. My guy ended up having Tornado, Log, Goblin Gang, and Valkyrie to counter my Goblin Barrel and all of my Logbait cards. That matchup was miserable, but we pulled it out with a massive outplay at the start. All right, we got a game against Mr. Edwin. He's immediately going to go for a Hog Rider. I'll Ice Spirit and Knight. I think that's going to be pretty good. Probably only gets 1 hit on my tower opposed to getting 2. If I didn't drop that Ice Spirit, that would have been really bad. Oh, it still got 2. Oh, that's so unfortunate. I guess because I didn't drop the Knight first. The Ice Spirit does a finite amount of damage, but the faster that you drop the Knight, the more damage you're going to get. But because I didn't drop the Knight fast enough, it didn't work out. It is what it is. We learned from that lesson. Most of the time, you are able to drop Knight plus Ice Spirit and get a pretty decent counter against the Hog Rider. This time, I'm going to go in for a Goblin Gang instead because it's going to be clean to clean up everything else. And it will give me chip damage on the tower. Because he's not going to want to log that ever. He'll always want to save the log for the Goblin Barrel. And playing against someone that has Hog Rider, even if they have Earthquake, the Inferno Tower completely shuts down the Hog Rider every single time. Unless they go for an Earthquake with an Ice Golem, which I don't think this guy's going to do. Can we, like, make him mess up with a log and go for the Goblin Barrel off to the side? This is unlikely that he's going to mess us up, but I just have to test the waters and see what he's going to do. I'm going to Knight in the back. He's up, like, 900 damage, so we have a huge hole to climb ourselves out of. This is not a good situation to be in. If I go Princess in the back, I'm always going to make sure that I don't drop it towards the weaker tower because he's going to try to Fireball this if he has Fireball in his deck. If he's going to end up having Musketeer, maybe he Musketeers on top of the Princess. He's going to Fireball on the weaker tower, or not even try to hit the weaker tower. Okay, he just doesn't care. Ice Spirit is going to lock onto Skeletons, and then the Goblin Gang is going to give us nothing. Maybe we can outcycle him. Kind of unfortunate that we're going to have to do a -1 trade with the Inferno Tower, but look at the Princess. Oh my gosh, he's not going to be ready for it. I think we're going to do it. And the Spear Goblins. I think I do it. I think I do it when I'm at 2 elixir. I'm going to do it. I'm a savage. I know, guys. I know. This is like your worst nightmare. And he goes in for a Fireball because he didn't want to go for Skeletons because he thought I would kill it with an Ice Spirit or log. Well, here's the thing, man. I had 3 elixir. I spent all of it. I was broke, and it worked out. And we've learned our lesson. Knight plus Ice Spirit. You want to drop your Knight before you drop your Ice Spirit, and then you're chilling. Literally chilling with the Ice Spirit on top of the Hog Rider. Ooh, wait. I got to rocket this There's no other choice for me because if you go for Ice Golem, you're going to get too much damage on my tower because I didn't have Inferno Tower. That was the only play. Don't feel bad about doing that if your card cycle is trash. Okay, so if I go in for a Goblin Barrel, he's just going to log it. He's already shown that he's good enough to do that, so I'm not going to give him that trade. I'm actually going to Ice Spear on top of the tower instead. See what we can do with the Goblin Gang as well, aggressively. Maybe I go in for a Princess, and then Inferno Tower is going to be clutch. Should be able to stop everything here. Because it locks onto the Hog Rider first, and then we can get the Knight down on top of the Musketeer. Spear Goblin is putting in work, baby! Let's go. You guys might hate 2.6 as much as I do, and I think we're ruining it. He's got to go Cannon. Or Skeletons. Oh, he's logging! He's freaking out right now, dudes. No way. He's not having a good time. So we can't log. We have to go in for the Knight first so we can body block for the Musketeer. And the Goblin Gang locks onto the tower for devastating damage potential. Yo, this Princess cycle on the other side makes it so broken. I think this matchup is utterly in my favor as the game goes on later. Once we have the Princess on the map, I can start to rocket him because he can't do anything since he's dropping the cannon. He's already down a lot of elixir. Gotta like push a Musketeer into us, and that's not gonna happen. Yo, he thinks he's got the ups with the Musketeer, and in the end, no ups for him, just upsetness. Oh my gosh, yeah, I just created a new word, upsetness out here. All right, so he's gonna probably have to log that. The Inferno Tower is still alive. You know what? Let's meme him. Let's finish him off with the Goblin Barrel. Not even give him the respect of the Rocket Cycle. Actually, I think Rocket Cycle is slightly more painful. I have to do it to him. I'm sorry, guys. We're dirty, but he's also a 2.6 player, so I think he deserves it too. These decks never die, unless, you know, they're playing against each other. But seriously, in the meta, 2.6 and logbait have been around for 4+ years now. Great decks to upgrade if you're in mid-ladder, because any other deck can fall out of the meta, but you know these decks are worth your gold to upgrade because they're always going to be viable. Like, subscribe for more daily videos, and I hope you have an awesome rest of your day.